Too long, didn't read version. Crypters are software programs capable of encrypting, obfuscating, and manipulating malware to bypass detection mechanisms while keeping the malware's functionalities intact. Want to know more? Stay until the end. Crypters are also known as packers, crypters, and loaders. First of all, let me get something out of the way. For the past few days, I was researching and studying a few open source crypters. But for some reason, something didn't feel right, and I didn't want to download and run any of the open source crypters I found due to lack of reviews and basically a non-existent reputation on them. You know, in malware development and in this kind of world, sometimes you have to follow your gut feeling. And if something doesn't feel right, well, it probably isn't. Anywho, there are some commercial crypters and a few of them custom-made depending on the client's needs. Due to YouTube's guidelines, I will not share any link to those crypters, obviously. Remember, we're not here to build a supervillain training camp. We're here to lift the mask on these techniques so you can defend against them. So, grab your shurikens and let's get to decrypting crypters. So, what's a crypter? Picture it like my mask. It hides the ugly truth underneath. It takes the rat and twists it into an enigma, wrapped in a mystery. Just think of it as the ultimate game of digital hide-and-seek. Depending on the anti-detection routine used, there are scantime and runtime crypters. On the one hand, scantime crypters are known for their capability of obfuscating malware before execution. This is effective during a scan of files stored on a disk, but is potentially susceptible to detection during the malware execution, as the file should be decrypted before running. On the other hand, runtime crypters are designed to bypass detection during the execution process by loading decrypted portions into memory as separate processes. After the malware is launched, the stub code re-encrypts it. This allows the malware to be loaded and executed before security systems can respond to any malicious behavior. Now, I hear you say, "Hey mister, what is a stub when talking about crypters?" You see, a crypter software typically encrypts or obfuscates a binary and modifies it to decrypt itself during runtime. The part of the modified program responsible for decrypting the main payload is called the stub. The following are different types of stubs. Public, shared stubs are commonly available, widely used, and shared among multiple users. While they do not require any financial effort, public stubs are more easily detected by security systems. Private stubs are unique to each user or a smaller group of users. They are updated regularly, usually daily, to stay ahead of antivirus signatures. While they are more expensive on the cybercrime market, private stubs generally ensure a longer, fully undetectable time for the related crypter. Melt stubs are designed to be self-destructive. After it has served its purpose of decrypting and executing the main payload, it deletes itself. All right, picture this. You've got your basic crypters, right? Those are your average Joes using the same old tricks every time. That's your static crypters. They're like that one-trick pony at the party who only knows how to do a card trick. Neat once, boring if you see it over and over. Then enter the scene, the polymorphic crypters. These guys are the life of the party, switching up their game so often, you'd think they have an identity crisis. Take Ace Cryptor, for instance. This bad boy is calling up Kernel 32 and WS 32, acting all high and mighty, pretending to be something it's not. Oh, look at me, I'm just a harmless system call. Nothing to see here. Sneaky, right? And here's where it gets spicy. These polymorphic crypters are like magicians pulling rabbits out of hats. They shuffle their code around, throw in some meaningless gibberish, basically doing everything short of a backflip to stay off the radar. It's like they're saying, "You can't catch me," all while keeping their malicious mojo working. It's a performance worthy of an award, really, making them harder to spot than a ninja in a blackout. Now, keep in mind that free and publicly available crypters are progressively detected by antivirus programs when massively used, and most FUD crypters remain fully undetectable for a short time after their public release. Consequently, malicious actors often develop custom crypters, deploying them in their own malicious campaigns or offering them for sale. Meanwhile, private crypters are typically sold or shared through closed communities to a limited number of customers. These crypters are often designed to provide advanced features and better evasion techniques than their open-source counterparts. Imagine you're shopping for the perfect outfit for your next mission. But instead of clothes, you're in the market for top-notch malware obfuscation. Welcome to the shadowy isles of Crypter as a service. Step 1. Client interaction. Here's where you slide into the DMs. You pick your subscription like choosing your Netflix plan, but instead of binge watching, you're gearing up for some cyber shenanigans. You get cozy with the service, either through some sleek web interface or a Telegram bot that's probably named something edgy like Shadow Master 2000. Step 2. Uploading the malware. You've got your malicious masterpiece ready, and it's time to dress it up. You upload it to the service like sending off your baby to villain school. If you're fancy, you might even use an API that does the dirty work for you. Think of it as FedEx for malware. Step 3. Configuration. Now, you play dress up. You tweak the settings to make sure your malware can sneak past antivirus bouncers like a VIP. Choosing the right evasion tactics is like picking the perfect disguise for a heist. Step 4. Encryption obfuscation. The service works its magic, mixing up your malware's look so it's unrecognizable. It's like giving your code a makeover with a bit of digital plastic surgery, adding some fluff here and there to bulk it up. The goal? To make it so beefy that security tools just can't be bothered to give it a thorough check. Step 5. Delivery. Your malware is all dressed up and ready to hit the town. The service hands it back to you, and you send it out into the world like launching a new single. Whether it's through phishing or spam, you're about to go viral. Optional, getting notified. In some setups, you get a Telegram buzz every time your malware hits the stage. It's like getting a text every time someone swipes right on you. Step 6. Testing for defense evasion. Before you let your baby fly, you might want to make sure it's not going to get grounded on its first flight. Testing it against antivirus software is like doing a dress rehearsal. You got to make sure it's ready for the big leagues. Step 7. Continuous updates and support. The best part? Continuous updates. It's like having a personal stylist on call to keep your malware looking fresh off the runway, ready to dodge those pesky security guards. Step 8. Monitoring and feedback. Some services let you play Big Brother, watching how your malware fares in the wild. And feedback? It's like getting Yelp reviews for your villainy, so you can always stay one step ahead. With the rat running the show, it's time to dial up the danger. The rat can reach out to a command and control server and pull down more party favors. Read secondary payloads. This could be anything from keyloggers to spyware, all joining in on the grand ball of chaos. Here's the serious bit. Using these cyber weapons for anything other than learning is a big no-no. Bigger than wearing brown with black. The long arm of the law stretches even further than my katanas, and it will chop off more than just your good standing if you cross into the dark side. By the way, if you enjoyed this content and would like to support us, our donation links are in the description of this video down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and alert out there.